Today we're talking about infrastructure, and specifically the infrastructure bill that President Biden signed just the other day. And so there were a lot of provisions that included aspects regarding drinking water. And so I just wanted to break that down for everybody and kind of see or tell everyone what we can expect from this infrastructure bill and what we expected and we're not getting, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait just one sec here. Okay, we'll jump right into it. We'll get started. Yeah, so as I mentioned, the infrastructure bill was just signed. Everybody knows that. And so, yeah, there were a lot of provisions regarding drinking water. And so the first and probably the most anticipated part of the infrastructure bill was the allocation of funds for lead pipe replacements. And so this is certainly long awaited, and annual funding, of course, includes money for statewide initiatives, but this is allocated just to lead replacements across the country. And so we all know that the Flint crisis in 2014 made the whole entire country aware of this problem. And we know now, of course, that Flint isn't the only city that has lead pipes. And so this funding from the infrastructure bill will help other communities replace citywide lead pipes. So when I say $10 billion, of course people think that that's a lot of money, and it certainly is. But one of the kind of perspectives that I like to give is using the city of Chicago as an example. So a few years ago, Chicago did an analysis of what it would actually cost to replace the lead pipes in the entire city. And that number that they came back with was almost $8.5 billion. So, 10, 15 for a whole entire country versus the $8.5 billion that is kind of required just in the city of Chicago. You kind of have to wonder, is this 15 going to be enough to address the entire country? The likelihood of that, obviously not. But I don't want to undermine this huge amount of money that's being appropriated to cities that are in desperate need of assistance. So we're excited about this $15 billion, and hopefully a lot of cities can take advantage of those funds. So another major part of this law involves PFAS, also known as per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, also known as forever chemicals. So we talk about PFAS all the time on our channel. We have Instagram lives from a year ago that talk about PFAS. So if you want a more in-depth discussion about what PFAS are, I would definitely recommend checking that out. But in short, it's this category of chemicals that are known to cause a range of health effects: cancer, increased risk of miscarriage, other reproductive problems. And it's in the blood of about 98% of Americans, and it's been detected in the water of 200 million Americans. So this is something that is extremely widespread. We know that it's extremely harmful, and the federal government hasn't really addressed it. It's certainly an emerging contaminant. It's only really been in the media for the past 4 years or so. So we're still learning a lot about PFAS, but we know that it's extremely dangerous. So the infrastructure bill includes $10 billion to go towards PFAS testing and treatment in communities across the country. So the testing is super important because not a lot of municipalities know that PFAS are in their water. EWG has a really amazing map that kind of picks parts of the country where testing has been done, so you're able to see if PFAS have been tested for. the unfortunate part is that so many communities haven't tested for PFAS yet. So you might be drinking the water and it might contain PFAS and you might not even know it. So the testing portion of this money is really, really important. The treatment part is equally as important, but it's going to be extremely difficult to do because treating PFAS at the municipal level is not easy and it's very expensive. So we did a case study actually. If you go to our website and type in Wilmington, North Carolina, you'll see the cost of this treatment facility that the city paid for in Wilmington to address PFAS. It's tens of millions of dollars, and ultimately that falls on the taxpayer. So this $10 billion, similar to lead, it's a jumping off point, but it's certainly not going to fix the entire problem. Regardless, we're excited to see that it was included in this infrastructure bill. So finally, the largest sum of money that is being allocated in this bill is going to wastewater and sewage system updates. So this indirectly and directly influences drinking water quality. We talk about stormwater runoff a bunch on our channel as well. And so the water after major storm events going into combined sewer overflows, or even water that spills over from sewage or wastewater plants, can absolutely impact drinking water. So these repairs also are extremely important to protecting public health. Maybe not in a super direct way, but indirectly, they're absolutely crucial. So those are the three major takeaways that are coming out of this infrastructure bill that was, just signed. So fresh off the press. But we will be tracking this and making sure that we know exactly where the money is going and major cities that are going to be taking advantage of these updates. So hopefully that was helpful. And as always, you can email us at hello@hydroviv.com. You can go to hydroviv.com and we have a live chat feature right on our website. We have water nerds standing by waiting to answer questions. We love answering questions like this. You can also send us a DM on Instagram and we'll be sure to respond nice and thorough, maybe more thorough than you'd like. But yeah, so I hope everyone has a great rest of your week and we will see you next Wednesday. Bye.